What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another draft in Draft Apocalypse, and I messed up again. I didn't get a good picture of the deck, but you can slow it down if you want. This is our Is It deck that we've got here that we're playing. We're going to hop right on into it. Is it a deck? Is it going to work? Who knows? We will see. We are in gold, so we're chugging along. Not the most efficient in the world, I will say, but we're doing things. This is a good hand. We can definitely go ahead and see about getting out the diversion unit turn 2, and then hoping that we get another land. This deck really does go around the whole cycling aspect. That's one of the biggest things that we're focusing on. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put out the Scourging Skyray first, because if we don't get a land, we're going to have to start cycling. Okay, perfect. So we did get a land. I'm going to push out the Fearless Swashbuckler, the Fish Pirate. I can't stand that it's a fish pirate and not a shark pirate, because, like, come on, look at that. I know it's not a shark, but, like, it's a swordfish. I don't know. Oh, that darn Thopter. That Thopter's a menace, okay? So whenever we attack with a vehicle and then we need to discard cards too, the only thing that I can think about here is playing out the... We can play out the Artillerist or whatever, or we could swing and then cycle the heavy. I don't even think we have to swing and then cycle the heavy, because I think this will be better to use later on, because every time we discard a card, we can just go ahead and cycle this now, because none of what we have is an artifact. So we can just swing in and put pressure on the opponent and go from there. And then next turn, hopefully we'll get a land. We can, like, you know, kick off celebrations and all that stuff. We got to flood the engine though, so if they're going to play something a little bit bigger, then we're good. Because, yeah, I think opponent just realized that too, because I'm pretty sure they can only tap to sacrifice it and destroy an artifact. Okay. Packed Doll Terror. I like that. We did get another land, so I'm going to actually flood the engine, I think, of the Terror. So we're good there, and then swing in again for 5. We're just putting on a little bit of pressure for the opponent. I think that's the biggest thing that we can do here, is just keep, you know, turning creatures sideways, basically. I do like the Mage Making, yeah. I almost called it Magekin, but it's got an extra M in there. Okay, perfect. Ooh, so do we... I think we... Oh, this is where... Yeah, I think what we'll need to do here, because we definitely need to pump up some stuff, we can go ahead and do the Artillerist here, and then next turn we can kick off Celebration, but we may want to go ahead and throw out the Diversion unit here now too. Opponent may not have a spell to play this turn, so the next turn we can just hold that up. We are going to swing for 5. Opponent's gonna throw a blocker, and that's good for us, unless they have... What do they have? +2/+2. Yeah, okay. Not good for us. I didn't realize that they had that. Should have thought about that. Well, they're down to 4. We can still cycle, because whenever we discard a card, we're pretty set there. They don't have max speed, so they're not going to gain life off of that. They can go ahead and tap, and saddle, then swing and add a 1/1 counter, which is fine. We'll just take the damage. I think we can get away with this. You can't keep getting away with this. Let's go ahead and kick off Celebration. Discard the... I think the Big Shark. Deal 1 to them. Draw a couple. Yeah, then we can just cycle this also and then swing. Good game, opponent. They noticed what was happening here. And on to the next one. Alrighty, I ran into some issues. It did not record, but I did end up going 3-2. So now when we're going, we have 2 losses, and we're trying to finish out strong here. I apologize about that, y'all. Had an error while recording that, so that was fun. And it's been taking a minute for us to get an opponent. Finally, okay. Icky Man. Let's see what we got here. This is a decent hand. Again, we've got Diversion Unit early on. Try and keep people from, you know, having any instants or sorceries that we can't deal with. I think that's... We could have Guide Light, but we don't have a ton of artifacts in our hand right now. But it does activate our abilities like Cycling. And we're facing Simic, so opponent seems to have the similar mindset. So let's go ahead and throw down the Magician Artificer. If y'all know how to say it, leave me a comment. Let me know. Alright. Elf Druid. The Refueler coming down. Okay. I think we want to... Ooh, we can hold on to the Broadside Barrage, but I think we just go ahead and do this. Let's destroy that now. I'm going to get rid of the Guide Light Optimizer, I think, just so that we can deal 1 extra damage to them, and then we hold up the 1 blue so that we can go ahead and counter a instant or sorcery if they so choose to play one. And... this deck has been pretty good. Like I said, I mean, it's kind of bad, but it's not bad overall. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's not bad. It can be bad if you don't hit your drops and things like that. I have learned boosted sloop here. This thing is pretty great because it triggers any time you attack, not just when it attacks. So keep that in mind. Reading the card explains the card, y'all. That's the big thing that I learned with this that, you know, helps out a ton. I'm going to get rid of the Trip Up because more often than not, they just put it back on top of their deck and then they go from there. Deal damage, swing in for 2, and then we have the Raceway now, so we can go ahead and throw that down and start up the speed and pass to opponent. Okay, opponent, what do you got for me? We've got our plan in place. Sorry, I need an energy drink this morning. It's just cloudy, you know. It's one of them days. Okay, Hull Drifter coming down. I'm hoping that we get a chance to use the Howler's Heavy properly here. So if opponent swings, we can do that, but I don't think that they're going to. We can Mountain, and then we can Keen-Eyed Buccaneer. We can activate its Exhaust ability because that allows us to draw a card first, then discard. But I think what we may want to do is we may want to attack first. Because if opponent does block, what I'm thinking they'll do is they'll... Ooh, we can only get 1, right? Oh, no. Because what they do is this has Menace or Menace. So, I mean, we just fired that up for no reason. We could have still attacked. That's fine. I don't really care. So we're going to draw a card, then discard a card. So let's... Oh, it pains me to get rid of the Marauding Mako. But let's get rid of the Mako. We probably could have done this differently, but I really want to kill their Hull Drifter. So when they declare blockers on the Hull Drifter, we can go ahead and do this. And give that -3. Hopefully they don't have a pump spell. They might still, but we get to draw a card. Okay, Thunderhead Gunner. Because we could have attacked with the booted sloop, but that would have like guaranteed that it died if they would have thrown the 2 blockers at it. But I don't know. I think we did good enough there. See what opponent's thinking and what they do. Ooh, Aganosaurus Rex. That's a bit tough. So yeah, that's an 8-8. They don't have any reach though. Well, we can still fire this up and trade, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's let them do their thing. We still have the exhaust ability next turn. They're up to speed 2 with us. If this is a race, we're doing pretty good. So yeah, I think kickoff celebration, we discard 1, draw 2, deal 1 to the opponent. So they're down to 8. Flood the engine is a great pull here. Okay, so I think we flood the engine on the Rex. And opponent sees the writing on the wall. Good game. On to the next one. Alrighty, we're trying to come back. Ooh, we're facing not a diamond, platinum player. Platinum quick drafter versus us. Trying to make it to gold 1. I don't know, I think this is a decent hand. I could be wrong. This could doom us. I think I kind of want to do a night market first, and then we'll go for, what, island, just because we have only like 1 red source for each of our red sources in here. There we go, okay. Hello, opponent. See, Tucker's nice. You're a good guy, Tucker. I need to make a wall of fame and a wall of shame for my opponents, because there's some great opponents and then there's some not so great opponents. Okay. Lumbering World Wagon, so they're running a ramp. Oh, that card is very good. I think we just go for the Aether Siphon here. This card has proved to be very beneficial in the past for Mill, especially in Limited. We've got a lot of card draw in our hand. If we can get out the Swashbuckler and the boosted Sloop, then we're right on track. So I think what we may want to do is this turn go for the Sloop here, but we might have to go Swashbuckler. I'm thinking Swashbuckler just because we can swing in and actually deal damage. And then kind of get the speed up a little bit more. So only swing with the 3/3. They don't have enough to crew. I just thought that Swashbuckler had flying for a second. So that's why I hesitated. I was like, they don't have reach. Reach doesn't matter. Okay, Surveyor coming down, so I think they have enough now, yeah, because that's a crew 5. So they have enough because I'm pretty sure the other one, they can fire up the other one. They're going to swing with 1. That's fine. Okay, 2/2. So now they've definitely got 5. So we can go boosted Sloop. We can fire this up. Oh, they're not going to have damage yet, though. But that's fine. This has Menache. Ever since I've heard Krim say it, that's all I can think of. So we can swing in for both. They either have to block 2 with the Menace one or fire up one of their creatures, but we get a ton of draw cards and discard here, so I think we discard the Gunner, and I'm gonna get rid of the Buccaneer too. Then we draw a card additionally just because of that, and then we can draw another card afterwards with the Aether Siphon. Oh, I didn't think about that. So we don't trade. Okay, yeah, I messed up here. Because, dang, okay. I forgot, it doesn't give it -3/-3, it just gives it -3. And this is a 6. Wow. That, I messed up there. Well, there goes my chance. We still got it, though. We still got you know, somewhat. So, oopsie there. We can still trip up, and then every time we attack, we still draw a card. Yeah, that's only a -3, not a -3/-3. I was thinking, oh, we trade, but we don't. That's okay. We got our Aether Siphon here. We can mill them out. So that's probably the best here. Let's see. All right, so put down the island. Discard the island, draw 2 more. Ooh, we've got Lithomatic Barrage, draw 2 cards, mill 4 for the opponent. See this? Oh man, I'm liking Aether Siphon more and more every time I play it. It's honestly, it's such a great card. I can't even tell you how great this card is. Like, it just puts in so much work. I think we have to just wait. Okay, so they're gonna have it enter as a copy. That's fine. I think we wait until they fire up some stuff and attack, and then we can trip up whatever it is to the top of their library or mill it out. Like, mill it out, or they gotta put it on the bottom. So let's see. Opponent's got a lot on the board. 17. We might just have to mill them out again. I don't want to mill out everybody. That's not like my main goal, but if that's the only way to win, I'll do it. So we put the lumbering back on top or on bottom for them. We'll see what they want to do. All right, and then they're gonna swing most likely. Yeah, they're still gonna fire up the 6. No, they're not. Interesting. We'll take 2. I'm okay with that. They probably should have attacked. So draw a card, they mill 2. Put down an island, draw another card. They mill 2. Okay. We don't quite have enough to play both of these, but we can go ahead and do the Guidelight Optimizer here. Because what I'm thinking is we could Guidelight Optimizer, right? And then we can swing with this one that we have, just basically send it in to die. And then we draw a card, discard a card, and we get more mill. Because it looks like we're just going with the mill strategy now. Opponent only has 14 in their library, which is fine by me. So that means we just got to draw 7 cards total, and we're going to get a few draw cards, and then that's if they don't draw cards. Because they're going to pump that up. Yeah, I don't think we kill that. I think we wait for the 6/5 vehicle that they have. They're gonna fire it up, but we'll see if they have something to protect it. Okay, so they're gonna get rid of the land. That helps us actually a little bit. Okay. Opponent's counting, so they tap those 2. They're gonna swing in with everything, I would assume. Maybe not. Maybe they just come in with the 6 and 3. Yeah. I think we have to take the 3, but we can Lithomatic or Broadside Barrage. I don't know why. So now we get rid of the mountain. So there's more draw spells. So mill them for 2. That's fine. We take the block or the damage. We don't block. We get another mountain. We draw a card. They mill 2. I think we go ahead and cycle this. So we draw a card. They mill 2. So that's 4 cards milled now. Then we can play this out. Go there. Activate its exhaust ability. So we can wait, actually. So yeah, what I was thinking is we could activate its exhaust, but we can also Aether Siphon to draw a card, or we can attack. So, okay, perfect. So we attack, draw a card, they mill 2. We're up to 6 cards milled this turn. They're gonna block. They're gonna kill it. That's fine by me. And then we play this just as a blocker. And in the turn, let's actually go ahead and exhaust this. Might as well. Draw a card, discard a card. It's a land anyways. Pump this up just in case they have like trample. They're down to 3. And they draw a card, so now they're down to 2 cards in the library. So unless they can hit me with 12 damage, which they got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage right now, but we can block 2. They've got the Jaguar. Okay, Jaguar coming in. They're going to copy it. They're going to copy both, but they don't have haste. Like, why would they do that? Yeah, that's game. They don't have... Yeah, good game, opponent. Good game. I was like, do they get haste? Like, that would pose a different, you know, thing there. Because if there's only 4... Yeah, that would have been enough, but they don't. Yeah, they don't have haste. Good game for sure. Oh, we get Flood the Engine. I'm not even gonna do anything else. Let's just pass the turn. We win. Whew, that was a good one. And on to the next one. This is our final match here. This will determine, you know, if we're getting 7-2. This is it. This is the time to play. This is probably, I mean, not even probably, this is going to be the longest video that I've ever made, y'all. We're keeping this hand. We're hanging in there. So if y'all are enjoying this, let me know what you think. And, you know, please consider liking and subscribing if you have, you know, enjoyed it. Let's see. Okay, so they got blue, red also. Is it? I mean... Is it a deck? It's a deck. Alrighty, so boosted sloop. Let's go ahead and discard that. We have the barrage still for anything crazy. Oh, 3 color. 3 colors. So they got Teamer. Teamer is definitely something. You know, it's absolutely something. End Rider. I think we just push for the Swashbuckler, right? We can push for the Swashbuckler. I don't think we swing though. We just hold off. We're trying to play smart here. I definitely want the 7 wins. Or the 7th win. It's not 7 in a row, but you know, it's still a good thing to do. It's still hard to do. So they got the sloop also. Yeah, so they may attack here. If they attack, I'm okay with that. I kind of want them to, because that'll free us up a little bit. They're not gonna attack. So what do we want to do? We could kick off Celebration and get rid of the Thunderhead, or we could Diversion Unit out here and then kick off Celebration. We are holding up the Broadside Barrage. I think we go here, so we pay 1 here. And then, yeah, I think we barrage this. My thought process is we barrage this now. Hopefully they don't have a way to protect it. They can fire up whatever vehicle they want and crew it, but then we just don't attack this turn. And it kind of wastes it for them because we still get value out of it because we're going to draw a card and discard a card. So we'll be good. I think that's value at least. Maybe I'm wrong, but they were forced to bounce it back to their hand. They waste a turn. That's fine by me. Ooh. Clamorous Ironclad. We can play this out. I think let's kick off celebrations first. Alright, so discard the Thunder. I don't know why we have that in the deck, I'm gonna be honest with you. Ooh, we can attack now. This time the Howler's Heavy will work. It'll actually work for us, okay? I'm only swinging with the flyer, though. We want to get as much value out of it as possible. What could opponent have that they're thinking? Is it just the crew that's holding it? Daedra Love. Okay, so we get the speed up. Okay, so they're pumping that up. They swing in for 4, they draw a card, discard a card. We can block and hit them with the heavy, right? They have red and green. Like, I'm trying to think, what could they have? What pump spells have I seen? I mean, they could have the Bestow Greatness. I'm gonna risk it. Make the opponent have it. We'll do this. They'll declare their blockers first, so they'll declare most likely the blocker towards the Fearless Swashbuckler first. And then we can go ahead and cycle -3 on it. Imagine we just did it on something else. Nothing mattered for it. So, yep. We trade there, that's fine. They are smart. They did it first. They saw it coming. Okay. Is now the time for the Clamorous? I think we do the Clamorous. So what we can do is we can throw that down. It has haste. If we attack with the Swashbuckler and the vehicle, we draw 3, discard 2. So I think that's what we do. Well, we'd have to crew 3. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just swing in with the 2. Next turn we can play the Keen Buccaneer. I don't know why I thought this thing crewed for more. I don't know. I'm all over the place, y'all. Give me some time. Okay, what? Something's holding up the opponent. Like, I'm trying to think of what they could have that they're just holding on to, that, like, it could get rid of our creature or anything like that. And then if they attack, we have a way to pump up, but, I mean, it would be a trade. It would be like a 3 trade. We could always trip up. That might be interesting. Okay, so they have a Keen Buccaneer of their own. Very keen there, Buccaneer. They're gonna probably pump it immediately, which is fine. That is smart to do. Very smart to do. So what I'm thinking here is We could trip up. We could just Keen Buccaneer. If we Keen Buccaneer, we still hold up the one island if they do have an actual instant or sorcery. And they have like a big one, but there's not a ton of big instants and sorceries out there. I fidget when I'm thinking, so that's why I'm tapping on the crystals and stuff. And the opponent's bat here. I'm just thinking, like, what is the benefit if we do swing in also while we wait for the opponent? If we swing in with the vehicle and they fire up their vehicle, then what? Like, that's my other thought. It would trade, but that's not that big of a deal. If we don't play the Buccaneer, we can always bounce something now or in combat. Like if we fire up the vehicle and then attack. Or do we just slow roll it here? We're both playing similar decks. We've kind of got the advantage here, especially with the two Keen Buccaneers in hand. I would love to get something off the top that would help, but I don't really know what we could get besides, I mean, a Flood the Engine would be amazing. If we could get a Flood the Engine, that'd be awesome. And sorry, y'all, this match has been taking forever. This is why I said, like, this may be, like, the longest match that we do here. Because, yeah, if we get the Flood the Engine off the top, that would be awesome. So I think we just send in, though. Make the opponent have it. Make them choose a blocker or something, you know? We're going to draw 3 and then discard 2. Ooh, we get the bounce off. So we've got bounce off and we've got memory guardian now. So let blockers, or let damage, and then I guess bounce something. Okay. So yeah, they're going to give us -3, which smart, that's what they had, but now we can bounce their Keen Buccaneer, and we'll just trade, which is fine by me. We got some value out of that. I would have loved, like, Siphon, like the Aether Siphon, to get full value, but it's okay. And I think next turn we're pretty close because we can Memory Guardian and then sacrifice the kickoff celebration and give everything haste. Opponent does get a chance to play their Buccaneer and then pump it up, so that would be a good chunk of their mana though. Yeah. They play that, that's fine. Ah, rollerblades, or rover blades. I was gonna say, we did leave ourselves open for a spell. I don't think we could have countered that either way. But we could just hold the trip up, and if they try to equip the blades to the creature, then we just bounce it, right? Opponent's thinking. I get it. This is probably their, 7-win match too. So let's go ahead and land. Do we Memory Guardian? I think we do. I mean, we can sack this. Give everything haste and just attack. That's the only thing that I can think of here. Because opponent can block. They could also... Oh, no. We win. 7 wins. We got it. We're almost to gold 1. Wow, I did not expect them to just concede there. I mean, I see why. So, yeah. 2 losses, 7 wins. Wow, thank you to everybody who's watching this. It's a long video. If you like these videos, let me know. I'll do more. Let's go ahead and claim this. And then first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today and you matter. Stick around for the bonus after the goodbye. Let's see what we get in our packs. What do we got? Oh, Verbose Host and Far Fortune End Boss.